Okay, folks, I think I just realized that the stream went down. Hopefully it wasn't that long. We'll probably double check. Unfortunately, I'm not locally recording, so we probably may have lost some of the things that happened. Let me just get a few minutes to just make sure everything's back up. We took out Facebook for a while. Alright, looks like, yeah. So this is an entirely separate stream. So for those on YouTube and Twitch, I do apologize for that. Looks like the stream got cut off for some reason. But for now, I won't be continuing streaming on Facebook. Anyway, let's jump right back in here. Uh, it's glad to reconnect. As much as I want to say yes, there's no telling how life will be for us during college or even afterwards. Still, it can be positive though. We haven't really talked in years, and when we do, it's just like nothing's really changed. I think I read somewhere that that's a sign of a friendship that's built to last. So here's hoping. Aww. And again, with Sayori, it's impossible to tell. Yeah, how long we've been taking to get crayons. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I have. Sorry, Hopster. Oh, it still hurts. Just about ready to start. Oh wait, here we go. Typical Sayori. To that extent, we'll give her that. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. The poem that we made 2 attempts because the game crashed. Actually, this entire stream is not really going so well. The game crashing, now, the stream crashing on me. Today's not really a good day. Oh well. Let's start with Monika. We'll go in reverse order. Alright, I guess. Just alright? No, I guess I should say that it's revolutionized my world and brought color to my previously lifeless life. Nice! Good choice of words there. Not poetry. Okay, cannon with the sarcasm, mister. At least you're not hating it though. It's been an interesting experience at least. Gives me a new hobby to do, which is good. It's always good to try something new. Ah, you're a masterpiece. Never know. Alright. Can see that you put some good effort here. Very sincere poem. And very similar to Sayori's poetry. Maybe. While wearing rose-tinted glasses there. There's nothing. Poetry can be seen as another way to express your inner emotions. A way that you can use when ordinary prose can't quite describe what's in your mind. So writing about how your long-lost childhood friend makes you feel is just as valid as, say, writing about how the human condition is inherently full of conflict. I'm guessing that the latter is more of a Yuri poem. You might think that, but actually a style like Sayori's could still fit that theme just as well. Really? How do you figure? Well, first off, have you ever heard of the poem Robert Frost? I think I probably in an English class somewhere. True! Same thought. I wouldn't be surprised if you learned about him in class. He's an incredibly famous American poet after all. Anyway, it's easy to recognize his poetry since he's always used classic meters and tons of monologues and dialogues. Yeah, high school English class is coming back to me with this one. He was pretty fond of the themes centering about nature and New England. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that doesn't really sound like anything like Sayori's poetry. Oh, you're actually right. She doesn't have the lyricism that Frost has, and not too many of their themes intersect. I guess that mood of their poetry is what strikes me as similar. Both of them write incredibly sincere and powerful poems, even though they aren't mind-bogglingly complex or anything. And although their poems seem to be one thing at first, when on a read-through you might find that there's actually deeper meaning behind the words. That does sound like a bit more like Sayori's poetry. Is she really that deep? Then you'll see what I... But in the meantime, you wanna show me your poem now? I think it's about time we let your poem shine. Alright. More spoken poetry from Rans. Alright, here we go. Pressurized. I float there in vast hollow emptiness, Large but small. Oh god, how do you read that? Actually, let me look it up. English is not my first language, folks. So bear with me. Actually, while we're doing that, let's see if we can bring Facebook back up. You know what? I wouldn't bother. Okay. Okay, grandiose. Thank you, Google. Grandiose and overwhelming. Yet the dust mote, drifting, meandering, carried along in endless void. But then I realized my eyes open, bloodshot. My mouth opens, gasping for breath in this crushing, suppressing, restraining, boundless, everlasting, suffocating vacuum of torment. Atmosphere, Pascal, tore, screaming with no mouth, stretching, restraining, unrelenting, clawing with no nails, disintegrating in a suffocating poem of absence. Oh god. That just sounds... Yeah, so much abstract in there. So many words that I had to look up Google for how to say it. And it involved a lot of scrolling, Monika. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. Yeah. That's pretty much our stick also, you know, when we were doing, you know, literary folios. Layout is also important. And I also used to do a lot of layouting back then. Yeah, how it's written can also change the way how it would appear. It fragments everything and leaves a dissonant tone with the reader. Naruhodo. You meant to craft poems using never before seen combinations of words to interpret the world around you. Maybe you should write a poem about poetry someday. Going meta. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with a reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, more Monika's writing tip. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? Now we've all had to experience this. Now we've all had to experience that at this point with the poetry discussions and all. But it can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. If you find other people who enjoy writing though, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things that you can work on. It's It's much more encouraging that way and will make you want to continue improving. It's definitely more helpful. That's true. I guess I really hit the mother load with the literature club. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Her writing tips are actually really useful. I'll give her that. Alright, let's get Yuri next. Exit. So in a way, I was saying that your writing style is bad as well. Yuri, that's a bit of a... That doesn't make you... Well... It depends on the opinion. But on this context, it's fine. It's fine. I come off as unfiltered and people dislike me anyway. You don't have to pity me. Aww. Oh, who got? Medyo may hugot doon. That's a Filipino term. So yeah. Here shows me pointing to smile before turning around and heading back to her own desk. Didn't really mean to upset her, but no matter what I say, she won't listen to me. She really seems to think I hate her, although that couldn't be further from the truth. Oh boy. All I can do is accept that that's how she is. If she actually wants to be alone, I'll have to respect that request and leave her be. Alright, I'm Natsuki. I didn't get to read her poem this time, so anyway. Well, still same things as last time. Oh, we get to see Natsuki's poem here. Alright, more spoken poetry with friends. I don't get it. I don't get why people will hate on good rhymes. They act like it's dumb and a waste of their time. I don't diss their free verse or deep subject types. Be dark all you want, just keep it in your gripes. Oh sure, you can tell me if you have a problem. Just keep it constructive and things will be awesome. I'd like you to know that our readers will differ. There is no best style, you smug old glue sniffer. Ooh. My poems may be simple and often straightforward, but charm can be found in such whimsy and order. Not all poems can be complex as you like. If you think otherwise, you can go take a hike. What about kids or the elderly too? Some read for fun, I guess, unlike you. Let's just go and enjoy what is written. You won't like it all. That much is a given. But give things a chance, you might find something nice. Just open your mind and that will suffice. I mean, it's well written at least. She still holds a grudge from yesterday, won't be an understatement. God forbid Yuri see this poem. Oh my lord. But yeah, you can say that. It really felt good to though. Yep, definitely still has that feel from yesterday. Anyway, I can't wait to show you this poem. That's an instant facepalm for me there. Wait, chotomate. Do you really think that showing her this poem is a good idea? You're really going at her throat with this. So what should I think that's the way to go. Relationships are a two-way street. Both people have to work to make things right. Oh. It's looking complicated and smart. You can't understand her if you don't even try. She might speak using a more complex vocabulary, and she might have mannerisms that seem strange to you. But from what I've seen of the both of you, she's more similar to you than you might think. Oh, here we go. Aren't you judging a book by its cover right now? Oh, there it is. You can't hold this grudge forever, you know. Let's think of Monika and Sayori. Fine, I won't show Yuri my poem. I won't be happy until you try to talk to her. She's not going to bite, Natsuki. Shut it! And now I have to hide this phone away. I work really hard at it, you know. You could easily turn that energy away towards more positive things though, right? Duly noted. And that leaves us with Sayori. Well, yeah. You're the only one who likes my poems this much. She wasn't as positive as you are. I don't think my style really matches hers. Oh, don't worry about her. She's got a super unique way of writing anyway. Well, I get the impression that Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. I don't think it's that though. I find it easy to write poems when I'm thinking about our memories together. Sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? I don't know, I feel like my life's kind of boring. Like whatever happens in it is just literally that. Whereas with you, well, whenever I look back on our memories, everything seemed to be such an adventure whenever you were around. Like when we were exploring that forest near our house ages ago. It made it seem like an exciting adventure, kinda like we were both archaeologists or something. Whereas if I went there by myself, I just think I was just going for a stroll in the forest. I was convinced there were spooky wood trolls out there. That's exactly what I mean. You've got such a vivid imagination. And I guess I can tap into that imagination whenever I'm thinking about you. We have this sort of connection. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And it's still there, even after all these years. Aww. But okay, you can... Aww. Alright. Oh, this is a long one. Alright. Bottles. I pop up my scarf like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, and out comes a bottle to save a day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time have lapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frankly pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends. My friends aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Yeah, that really went dark there, Sayori. Yeah. Did you... Never really in touch. Oh no. There it is. It's coming out, guys. It's coming out. I suppose that much was obvious. Yeah. Is everything okay? Not really. No guarantees there, but from seeing the passion, it does have that tone. Alright, back to Monika. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? Actually, uh-oh. Yeah. I can practically see Natsuki sweating pinballs. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Oh. Yo. I'm here, you know. That was a crisis and a half avoided. Crisis and a half. Ah, yes, the festival. Such a little time left to prepare. I doubt we'll be able to put together anything good. We'll just end up embarrassed. Natsuki, we just had this talk earlier. We at least have to try. Poetry performance. Ah, what? Oh, right. It just occurred to me how Yuri will do. But then again, we just gotta have her be into it so that, you know, she does it, you know, she's not like, you know what I mean. Oh, so it is like an open mic. Oh no. It's all about exploring yourself and trying new things, all while having fun. Pretty much that's a club in a nutshell at this point. And all that means is 2 minute poetry performance. It's just, do we really have to perform? Oh. That's true. I can just imagine that. Yuri just... Oh yeah, I don't have a camera on me, so you're not seeing what I'm doing right now. But I'm pretty much doing what's pretty much the nodding vigorously part. Oh, we could. Well then. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's really just a performance. There we go. Ah, not really. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Well, considering... Yeah, let's not mention that. I'll be out this time. I want to choose a poem of yours to practice reciting in front of each other. The way they fly. Ah, if only there was voice acting. I'm sure that's something that could be considered down the line. Itself. Yeah, her bittersweet writing. Oh, Yuri. Oh no, Yuri! Oh, here we go. There it is. Oh. Try to imagine you're alone, like you're alone. How's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of being alone? Well, I think almost everyone pretty much has an idea how this feels like right now. So, yeah. Let's just think of our current situation right now. I'm sitting alone at my desk. The dim light hanging from the ceiling gives some warmth to the room. In front of me is the poem I had just finished. The ink from my pen still fresh on the page. I pick up the notebook and begin reciting it out loud. While I'm not the most confident in it, I still try to put energy into it. I can almost hear my voice echoing off my bedroom walls. As I finish, the sound of applause pulls me out of my daydream. Snap out of it! I'm back in the club room, standing at the podium, while the girls politely applaud my performance. Thank you! And that's true. I know that when you're first starting out on something, especially if it involves talking, pretty much what I'm doing right now. Oftentimes, for those who are probably, the first time will probably go through this, I may sound unconfident at times, but overall, it just takes practice. So I do agree. I'm more of a guy who does record, do the scripted, recorded stuff. So venturing to live, although not entirely unfamiliar territory for me, it's still something that, still takes practice on. And let's go with Natsuki. Stop looking. Oh, Natsuki. Natsuki signature style. Well. Oh. The thought of so many eyes observing your every move all at once. That's pretty much me when I look at the view count. But then again, this is probably a stream with, should probably find a different home to reside. Low expectations, huh? Alright. Alright. Don't you ever get tired of talking? You guys are more. Alright. No need to make such a big deal about it. It must be a little nice though. Yeah, I guess. Ah, jeez. Let's just go already, Sayori. Oh. The shy and timid. Or just overall embarrassed. That's what it is. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Eh? What will you do? What kind of a question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, I don't know where Yuri lives, so I think it would just make more sense to still walk with you, Sayori, because we're pretty much neighbors. I already see you in the club every day. You always seem to really like it. I wouldn't just doing that for you. Sorry, I've already made up my mind. You really can't figure it out sometimes. Besides, like I said, I've enjoyed catching up with you again. Why would I just change that for another girl? Walking on with you and talking about just anything, it's a great throwback. Strange. Tadaimasu. Of course. Nope. You're not crazy. Aww. She's in this game though. Don't worry, guys. Ah, miso soup. Can I really put off that promise? Guess I'm not really used to being around people again. It's actually a good tip, you know? Just imagining if that you're alone. It can really be nerve-wracking. You know, just being in front of a lot of people. Even when you just read stuff. I've experienced that. Actually, I've experienced talking in front of, let's say, about 1,000 people. So yeah, I can see how it can be nerve-wracking if it's your first time. I still remember that, you know, I was literally shaking when I had that experience. So yeah, definitely, I can see how it can be nerve-wracking. Oh, before I wonder when I started shouting myself. Maybe that's part of why Sayori and I drifted apart over the past few years. It wasn't intentional or anything. It just happened. At least I don't think it was intentional. I'm glad I got to reconnect with her in the literature club. It's given me something to do. Something to look forward to that isn't anime or video games. Talking with the girls has made me feel more appreciated. It's a nice feeling, something that's been missing from me ever since the divorce. Maybe that's why Sayori likes walking home with me. It makes her feel appreciated. The more I think about it, the more concerned for her I get. She said some pretty weird stuff, but I guess people just have their off days. Maybe she's changed a little bit over the years. Pretty normal, right? I like to think I'd be able to tell if something was up with her, although given our recent distance, I'm not so sure. Sure, we've started talking again, but there's a lot of lost time. Maybe that'll change, and we'll go back to how we used to. I hope. Oh, that was the microwave. Poetry time. And let me just take a quick break here. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Let me just change it. Alright, let me just take a little refresher here, then we'll go back and create this poem. Actually, let me save. Let's save. And we'll take a short break. Okay, we are back. Okay, actually I also checked in a few more things here on the technical back end. Yeah, today is not really a good... uh, I'm not sure what's happening. Apparently, yeah, I stopped streaming on Facebook for now because of some issues. Obviously the game crashing earlier wasn't a good sign, and then the stream crashing earlier was a double whammy, so I'm not sure what's happening, and now I'm just learning that probably my chat is not working, at least that one that I'm using right now. So welcome back, Hannes Gamer X Gamer. Glad to see you back. Apparently those chat messages are not going through the stuff that I'm using to stream here, so we'll probably rely on other stuff in the meantime. So let's just prop that up here, and we'll deal with that. And probably by the next stream, we'll iron out some of the issues that we're currently having right now. So again, duly apologize. So with that out of the way, let's jump right back in here. And hopefully the game doesn't crash at me once we're done going through this poem. So yeah. You know, I really like the BGM here, the background music. I actually had it on, during the work week. I pretty much just blasted his music while going through emails, because it's writing. And I'll probably continue to do that either way. Anyway. Let's just go through this poem, and then we'll be on our way to just going through the rest of the game here. Got it. Alright. And let's save. See? Just like that. Probably just a note for myself going forward. Whenever there's a new update for the game, if it's not really that impacting, I'll not update right away. I think that's part what's causing the issues here right now. Anyway, what's up, Monika? Oh, you're running late. Ah, yes, the piano. I kind of noticed they slightly changed the lines for this mod, so that's good. Violin. Or the flute. I mean, it's pretty much what's in the background right now. So yeah. Sorry about that. Oh, I just wanted to make sure that I'm actually on the stream right now. I don't want to happen like last time when I apparently forgot to stream my own audio, so we don't want that to happen. And let's just make sure that I'm unmuted myself. Okay. Yeah, doesn't even... Well, at least somewhat. Oh, those kinds of times. But for some reason, I find myself internal. Yeah, there are those kinds of parents trying to, we're starting your own club from the ground up and now picking up a piano on a whim. Now that we'll be able to do that. Well, don't say that. Everyone can do amazing things as long as they have a passion for it. Which is why I think we're all going to do music at the festival. The way how she segued that. Oh, Natsuki at least is excited here. Besides our part of the festival. Ah, yes. Ah, yes, eating. Kinda reminds me of certain someone. Speaking of which, where is Sayori? Something about squid. Takoyaki, maybe. Aww. Sayori's spacing out. That's not a good sign. Really. We all know where this is going, so... Yeah, you gotta know. You gotta know. Still, maybe Monika. Oh. Oh, so it's just now. It's just now. Really has been so uncharacteristic. Maybe there is something on her mind. My question though is why you're asking? Yeah, it's a good thing to check in situations like those. Not just friends. Childhood friends. We do have to emphasize that. Although before I joined the club, we have been drifting a lot. I hate thinking that she's been like this before without me around to help her. It's never easy seeing a friend suffer. But for what it's worth, she's lucky to have someone good, so thoughtful looking out for her. Don't blame yourself for it. You can't always be there for everyone. I know she's right, but the feeling of guilt still resides. Thanks, I guess. Let's hope. Let's hope that's the case. Oh, okay. Hang on. Oh boy, that's... Yeah, you gotta have your intuition. Kyoko in the Twitch chat, as far as my favorite off-brand, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that word, considering I know Twitch is being a little bit sensitive. You know, YouTube kind of has that reputation. Not sure actually. You know, there hasn't been a particular one that I've watched recently, so let's leave it at that. Alright, poem sharing time. That means more spoken poetry from me. Alright. Poetry time. Alright, Monika. Let's start with you. Being in a club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, more considerations needed. And I'm sure that don't disappoint the club is pretty much what she's saying. Or don't embarrass her. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by, Kyoko, and the Twitch. I do have to call out each time whether people are going about, whether it's in Twitch and YouTube, because I'm streaming in both. But thanks for the follow. Yeah, I'll see you around. Thanks for stopping by. Don't worry so much. You'll do fine. After all, you've been doing fine with this poetry discussion so far. So you say. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Such an unexpected change that's come over her. Yes, spacing out. Yeah, there's that, but it's really tricky sometimes whenever when it comes to those situations. I'm no expert, but that's always the difficult part. Um, you know, that's always the difficult part. Yeah, it's a stressful time. We all kind of need the normalcy. Pretty much that's the reason why I've started, playing some games and streaming. I would have opted to do overtime work, but you know what? I also don't like the idea of just working all 7 days. So, this is just a way for me to relax and, do other stuff. I closed a lot of emails yesterday, in my overtime, so we're all good. Alright, here we go. Alright, more spoken poetry for rants. The Box, Part 2. On my nightstand sits an ornate box, painstakingly crafted, decorated with the most delicate filigree. Beautiful, beautiful, the most beautiful box you'd ever see. In that box stands a slender porcelain ballerina. No, not stands, twirls. She is inanimate, yet animate, cold, yet vibrant, and oh so beautiful, the most beautiful ballerina you'd ever see. She spins and spins and spins as the box melody goes tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. She neither smiles nor frowns, a permanent look of blank composure painted on her facade. She dances for my amusement, and yet I am invaded by amusement. The room spins around me, vertigo. I want answers, but she gives me none. I slam the box closed, and yet the room still spins. My skin, porcelain. Is this all she is meant to be? Is this the meaning she is supposed to derive? Is this the sole purpose of her existence? And then her skin cracks, shattering. The Box. The Box Part 2 by Monika. Yeah, that's... Your abstract is still showing on this one. I feel like looking for answers and contemplating your reality are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical? Rhymes, goddammit. Not to get philosophical or anything, but it was kind of like my own mind. So that's what I wrote about. Naruhodo. I never really put much thought into it. It's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? There's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. How fitting. Summer subjects for a... How do you know that? This is just the first poem. Anyway. Another thing to write about would be... Humans aren't one-dimensional creatures. That's what makes people so interesting. You might think it would be better if everyone was happy and uncomplicated all the time, but how will we know what happens if it weren't for the sadness to compare it to? I guess that's true. Even so, I'd rather not see my friends so troubled. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Alright guys, get your pens and notebooks and note this down. Do you ever feel discouraged when someone you've put a lot of time into doesn't get as much attention as you thought it would. For instance, you could have spent hours and hours in a poem, only to have your friends barely glance at it when you show it to them. It makes you feel like doing anything is useless. And the sad truth is, the world is so saturated with creative works, almost that most people won't receive any attention. At least relative to most popular artists and authors. There actually not much you can do in that situation besides try your best. However, you shouldn't think of things in terms of popularity and number of views. The most important thing should be your own personal self-satisfaction. So true. If you're proud of yourself and your work, then I'd say that's enough success. Like I said earlier, this goes without saying, but I really do appreciate anyone who does, drop by. Just watching is just okay. It's all good enough for me. Now being able to share this moment, to everyone who randomly drops by the stream, be it on Twitch, on YouTube, or the chances if I'm streaming on Facebook, which so far didn't go as well, because the stream got cut off for some reason. We'll try to address that down the line. But overall, it's just nice everyone just dropping by. It's depressing, but we're just here to chill. That's how it is. It's not gonna be, it is saturated, and I'm sure there's also a lot of Doki Doki YouTubers and streamers out there, who's probably been out there way, before I started streaming Doki Doki, since last week. So I'm just fairly new into this. And I'm really, I'm still surprised that there are people stopping by, all of my recent follows and subscribers are because of the content I'm doing, so that's much well appreciated. I'll probably do more of this sometime, but I'm not going to turn my back away from all of the other content because, I still do like other things. So yeah, we'll still continue exploring what we'll do on this channel. But let's go to Yuri now. Yes, Yuri still, Alright, Natsuki, let's talk. Alright. Yeah, understandable. Yes. It's your language. It's mediocre. They're just average words. Alright, it's hard. Alright. More spoken poetry for Rance. Something happy. Cookies and cream and my own happy place. Fresh and warm sunshine and a breeze on my face. These are the things that happiness means. Just folded laundry hot from the dryer lifts up my spirits so they can't go much higher. Puppies and kittens and cute bunnies too, all cuddled up with small barks, squeaks, and mews. These are the things that make me beam. Sleeping in a big, soft bed, listening to rain, pet overhead. Talking with friends and laughing aloud, all worries now gone and playing around. These are the things that fill my dreams. But sometimes happiness is hard to find. I know darkness lingers, in everyone too. And some people feel the eternal blues. So here's a poem from me to you. Please know that people are all alike. If we stick together, we'll be alright. Daijoubu da yo. So let's talk and laugh about happy things and find the joy that true friends can bring. Really, everyone's softer these days. Okay. I, you know what this poem's about, right? You wrote it for Yuri. I wouldn't say, well, actually, yeah. I wrote it after seeing how much effort Yuri was putting into changing. I mean, it's only fair after the poem she wrote for me, right? Well, not for me, but... yeah. You were. Shut up. I was childish, alright? Always get caught up in the moment. It's hard for me to let go that sort of stuff. But yeah, after writing two negative poems, positive poem was pretty refreshing. It really is something happy. Eh? Solidarity, yeah. I do know, with big words. And Sayori, you're up. Aww. Ah, yes, the first poem. For a moment, that vacant look of... Aww. Oh, what? The sidekick? It means someone who can read minds and see it. Breakfast? There it is. Nope. Alright. Sayori's poetry time. More spoken poetry for friends. Alright, this one is called Fairy Tale. In a kingdom far, far away, there was a castle. In the castle, there was a wish. The wish came to me long, long ago. She was made to be an angel. But I wasn't an angel. I was just a wish to make everyone happy. I took on their burdens and did what I could. I kept safe their dreams like a guardian should. The seeds from my efforts then spread far and wide. I fed them with power I found deep inside. People liked me when I made things right, but they got used to it and stopped believing so much. I watched children playing and felt sad, but I was happy too. I really was. It truly was enough to be the fairy godmother, the one everyone depended on and trusted. But time kept on passing as I gave my all. I had nothing left and I couldn't stand tall. But I kept on going as I'd always done, a soldier in battle with nowhere to run. Even wishes get tired too. Once everyone was happy, my job was done. But what came after? I could see darkness on the horizon. Quick! Make it all go away. When everything's big and right, what more could anyone wish for? Nobody knew how long it would keep up, but I kept living happily. Happily. Happily ever after. And that's Fairy Tale by Sayori. Well, what an honor. And people like that, but eventually they kinda got used to it. But that's okay because at least they were still happy. And this person, the Kingdom's Wish, even she gets a little tired from time to time. As long as everyone's happy, that's her job. But surely, the angel doesn't have to be alone. People don't have to depend on her just to be happy. Surely the angel could share the responsibility, right? You know, maybe I'm just looking into this too much. I just feel kinda sorry for her. Am I seriously empathizing with a fictional angel? Maybe I'm really getting into this poetry thing. Well, I hope the angel finds happiness soon. Maybe she should share her burdens with other people. She might just be surprised at how receptive the people of the kingdom are. But then they'll be sad. That would be selfish. Or maybe they'll be happy to give something back to their angel. After all, she was keeping them happy. It's only fair that they get to give something back, right? I like how we're doing the roundabout way of discussing this with Sayori. But anyway, back to Monika. Yes. I already know what I'm doing. The cupcakes. Aromatherapy. Which reminds me, I haven't set that up one in a while. I'll probably do that. Yeah, we'll probably look into that. Probably before we go to work tomorrow. It's gonna be a Monday. Yes. The only club member who's useless. Here we go. So this. Oh no. He's the last boy on Earth. I doubt that. Of course. We're gonna save here. Because this is a visual novel. Because we need someone who can keep you from eating all the... She has a point! Alright. Of course. Alright. It is, you know, kind of like what's been happening on the stream. Please don't be that kind of main character. Please don't be that kind of main character, please. Alright, Sunday. Yeah. It's a new day. And hopefully it is much better. Our parents took us to a fair that came to town. We must have been around 11. I managed to win Sayori a giant cuddly cow plushie in one of those shooting minigame things. Well, actually, my dad did. I couldn't aim for my life. That's when I realized that video games don't train you to shoot in real life. I smiled to Mary. Does she remember it as well? The buzzing in the doorbell brings me back to the present. Most likely it's Sayori. Yep, there she is. It's gone for a pretty casual outfit. It's simple, but works really well on her. Ah, very nice weather. Oh. Oh. Alright, the bookstore. Notice Yuri on lights. Forgot how adorable she can be. Always so cheery. Always so cheery. It's like she lives in her own little world. She looks like she's back to normal again. To say I'm relieved would be an understatement. Almost like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Yes. Just give me 1 sec here. I'm just trying to refresh. There we go. Yeah, for some reason YouTube's not cooperating with, alright. Anyways, we'll leave it at that. Maybe not cool, but it was pretty interesting. Something about a girl who escapes from a weird human experimentation prison, and all sorts of horror. Wonderful innocence. The bookstore. Who makes a bookmark with a blue koala? The ribbon. With puns. An apple with a courtyard. Okay. A cutesy smile to make it like you more than me. Okay. I like, yeah, the bacon. Don't you know how amazing you are? And we're even, we're just streaming. We're streaming on Father's Day, by the way. So, dad jokes, the dad pods. Oh. Alright. It's not hard. Sayori forgets that not everyone is into the stuff she's into. Now that the bookmarks are out of the way, we wandered over to the supermarket. So we just need sweets. I know what you're like with candy. There it is. Like a real kid in a candy store. Well, she's technically not a candy store, but the saying doesn't sound really good when it's a supermarket, doesn't it? That's heartbreaking. I know! How can they call themselves a supermarket if they don't have any cookies? I'm just imagining that that's how this is going. It's crazy, yeah! Anyway, we still have a lot to do when we get home, so let's make some choices now, shall we? Sayori, what's your favorite flavor of licorice? Of course, strawberry. Peppermint, all sorts. Let the chocolate side of things handled, I decided to. Buy you some cinnamon buns. Whenever our parents took us shopping together, you'd always used to ask your mom for the exact same thing. Yeah. All right. A rainbow. So it's probably lots of colors in those bags. She carries on in 12 bit. Man, you really couldn't decide a color, could you? There's so many pretty ones to choose between. Sorry, how many do we? This little one is... Sayori! Step out of it! How many do... There are 3 rules for writing a novel. Fortunately, no one knows what they are. The poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. It means that just because the poet has stopped writing, it doesn't mean the poem is over. Actually, she does have a point. You know, especially with many interpretations, you know, when you read a poem. I think that's what she's getting at. There's something quite delicious about writing the first words of a story. You never quite know where they'll take you. Oh! Exactly the kind of feelings a good story should make you feel. Wow, I sound like Yuri, don't I? A little bit. She's rubbing off you, huh? Does it mean I'll... Alright, the goodie bags are now on its way to being worked on. And most of all, I miss Sayori. Today has taught me I'm determined to spend more time with her. After all, I think she's enjoyed it too. There's a lot to catch up on, so I suppose we'll have plenty to say and do over the upcoming weeks and months. And there it is, the defining trait of hers. Always being concerned about others' well-being. Aww. Yeah. I know I'm no poet or anything. That did. Oh, we're getting some more background for the main character in the MC, which is good. And I'm gonna make sure you're never lonely again. Oh no. uh, yes. Bamboozled by the mastermind rings. Now this is a new CG. This is... Hang on. Just give me one moment here. We just need to... All right. Just going under my... To see such a big smile on her face. It's gonna... Jen... Gentle in the Twitch chat, yes, this is a mod. Doki Doki Blue Skies. It actually just came out last week, but it's actually been 2 years in the making. It actually just started, you know, the story behind Doki Doki Blue Skies is a pretty interesting one. They actually did a Q&A earlier today. So if you have more questions about this particular mod, you can go ahead and check out. It's probably in the description. I don't know. I don't know if Twitch got it, but they also have a YouTube channel. They also have a Twitch channel if you want to check them out. But yeah, they did just have a Q&A earlier today. I also had, you know, I'm also yet to listen to that too, because I'm really interested about the story behind this mod, because it's really well made, I would say, so far. But roughly about 6 hours in, we're just about seeing, you know, so far we've been seeing the slight changes. The slight changes in the story as far as, you know, how the, you know, in the original game goes, but overall I think we're just starting to go through the new ones here. You know, let's say for example this CG here. And thanks also for the follow, much appreciated, and thanks also for stopping by. She does sound quite short of breath, and I've been tickling her for a while. I think I've had my revenge. It's only when I stopped tickling and I realized the situation we're in. No shit! I'm sitting on top of her, feeding her down with my legs. One of my hand rests on her where her neck meets her shoulder, and the other one's wrapped around her wrist. I wish I could read that expression, but the novel too. I don't know. To anyone looking in, this probably wouldn't look as innocent as we think it does. Yeah. You think I'm over she responds by sitting up? Yeah, let's keep it at that. Having fun. She responded quite quickly. It isn't just you who says no, guys, no, you guys were just having fun. The atmosphere is becoming more and more awkward by the moment. What? Just like that, some of the awkward air is dispelled. Monika will be pleased too. A lot of effort went into this. I know she'll appreciate what we've done. Yuri will love the quotes too. Not just me who thought of that then. How are you feeling about the actual recital though? Oh. I knew I probably seemed pretty enthusiastic when Monika asked us. But you're kinda nervous now? Yeah. Again, I know that feeling. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Hey, Cater Gaming, thanks for stopping by. Roses are red. He shows no remorse. Santa Claus is joining the terrace. And thanks for the follow as well. This is interesting. This time around, I'm getting more activity on Twitch. The last time I streamed, it was YouTube that I'm getting a lot of, people. So I don't know. I'll probably keep this up. Both Twitch and YouTube. Overall, I would prefer, doing the streaming on Twitch and probably just put highlights on YouTube. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. And just so you guys know, this is just my second time streaming Doki Doki. So yeah. I did one last week. It's probably still on Twitch. And on YouTube, of course. Practice, practice, practice. It's nice to have someone. Yeah. It's probably a good sign. Yeah, I'll probably take my 5 minutes in a bit here. Let's just finish up this scene and then we'll take a standing break, I guess. But let's just take care of the goodie bags here with Sayori. And as she hovers by the doorway, she turns around to face. There's a shyness on her face. Oh boy. Aww. I kinda feel the same right now. Should make this a more regular thing. See ya tomorrow. See ya, Sayori. Happiness. Something as simple as going to town and making goodie bags with Sayori. It made me feel warm inside. How's it taken me this long to realize? Indeed, it is a very interesting story. Alright, let's take a break here. 5 minutes, I guess. Probably a good time since we've been streaming for 2 hours. So, we'll be back at 15 past the hour here. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, we are back. Festival time, guys. So I think this is where we would expect the deviation between the original game and the mod itself. So yeah, finally we will be going to see some more difference in the content. So we're going to expect that to see more of that as we go along here. And I do agree, Sayori is very interesting so far. You know, the bits and pieces that we're seeing, that is a difference of the game, that is. So with that, let's tackle Festival Day here. And something just went wrong here. Hang on. Let's see if we can... hang on. think we just broke the capture here. Just give me 1 sec. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see if we can work this out. You're cool. You're good. Let me just do a relaunch because something just went wrong with the game. Okay, let's see. Main capture. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're good. Just needed to relaunch. There we go. We're back. Yeah. Again, this happens sometimes. I'm not sure if this happens with the original game. I think it just, you know, Steam being wonky there for a bit. Alright, festival time. Sayori. Oh, come on, Sayori. We... Oh, couldn't decide what to have for breakfast. Suggest use the large stack. Candy, bookmarks, and literature clothes. Well, at least we're pushing through with the festival this time around. It's been nerve-wracking for anyone who's played the original game. And, well, at least we're getting something different with this mod. I'll say that much. Hopefully it's gonna be Daijobu. We're gonna be Daijobu. We're gonna be Okie Doki. The optimism that really makes Sayori, well, Sayori. Just want to go home. I didn't even want to mention what happened in the original game. You know, I'm just blocking that out right now. But, yeah. I'm not gonna say this on stream. But I know you guys know what happened on the original game. I know everyone does. But I'm not gonna say it. Because Some prefer just prefers. Some people prefer to just block that out altogether. uh, no matter how this festival goes, I'm really grateful that you told me about your club and enjoy. I mean, it's not really a spoiler or anything. The developers of this mod themselves even say that, you know, if you're gonna play through this mod, you probably already know. You know, you should already know what happened. So. Yes. Yeah. She breaks it. Oh, already targeting the cupcakes, are we, Sayori? Harmless. Harmless. Check out this music. That's another thing about this mod. Oh, come on. I'm really liking the music. The pamphlets. Flip through the pages. Each member is mostly printed on its own pages, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize the girl's pose from the ones that they performed. You're good. You're good, Gentle. You're good. Just then, Natsuki burst into the room carrying a box that possibly towers over her. Considering, you know, considering Natsuki's small figure, you just picture that. Yeah, Yuri chills behind her, carrying a rolled-up banner and a large duffel bag. Festival time indeed. Some preparations underway though. Should take less time to set everything up this way. Alright, time to get to work. Hi. Help me lay out these cupcakes. So you can... Alright, everything's putting together. Meanwhile, Monika continues putting down pamphlets. It isn't long before Natsuki is carefully arranging her cupcakes in a neat formation. Each cupcake is topped with white icing and some kanji written in a variety of different colored frostings. Great. Alright. Kanji for use. Ooh, is it on my end or yours? Everything looks to be okay on my end though. Or did the stream just crash altogether again? Yes I am. Gentle, so far, everything's is still up on my end. Let me see. so far everything's still fine. Well, I know my stream lags up a bit every now and then. I'm not on the. I really don't have the best computer for streaming right now, and pair that up with the famous Southeast Asia internet. That's pretty much to be expected. So yeah. So far I do believe it's on your end though, since I'm not seeing any alarms in any of the streaming platforms right now. Speaking of which, I'm not even. Good writer possesses not only his own spirit, but also the spirit of his friends. Ah, that's a quote by the German philosopher Friedrich. I'm not even gonna try pronouncing that German. Oh, I think I've heard of it. As usual, Yuri tells me with her intellect. It's for aromatherapy. Ah yes, the goodie bags. It's perfectly okay to write garbage as long as you edit it brilliantly. Ah, yes. Going back to, a few days ago. Classroom, and it's not me. So everyone is over the front door. Out of the corner of his eye, spot Sayori trying to sneakily open a bag and pop a candy into. Naturally, she drops a chocolate. Ah, here we go. Ah, so I believe this is the Halloween chapter that someone in what Penis Gamer X Gamer said in the YouTube chat earlier. The classroom's now dark and lit up by the ambient lighting of the candles. They click forms and warps through the air, courtesy of Yuri's essential oils. Sayori and I head towards the other three girls who are huddled near the front of the classroom, murmuring to each other. It's about time to start yet. Almost. I've only been in the club for a few days. Should be. I like this chapter. I like this chapter. Mainly because it is different now. Ah. What's the worst that could happen? But if they say anything bad about my cupcakes, I'm gonna kill them. Oh. And so it begins. Showtime, everyone! Time to get this over with. I'm just gonna save here. The Vice President? Performance time. Each word is crystal clear and exudes emotion. Somehow her recitation is even better than it was only a few days ago. She must have practiced hard to try to achieve perfection. The classroom is silent at first, drinking in her words. After a few moments, however, some whispering starts up in the back of the classroom. I guess that's inevitable, but it still doesn't make it any less annoying. I exchange a look with Natsuki, who rolls her eyes at the disruptions. Sayori pats my head and gives me an encouraging smile. She's comforting as always. As Monika's poem progresses, more and more people wander in. Normally this would be a good thing, but they're making a lot of noise. Thankfully they simmer down once they realize Monika is speaking, but the damage has already been done. As she reaches the end of the poem, the last few words resonate in the classroom. A round of applause fills the room and Monika beams at everyone, patiently waiting for them to finish. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah. This sounds different. Oh boy. This is not going well. Oh boy. Twenty minutes. Nothing is spared in which to fight. Ah, there we go. Ah, the class rep. Ah, tension. Oh boy. This went dark. Sorry, Monica, but I'm gonna take Natsuki on this one. Oof. Yeah, this is just a big oof moment right now. Yeah. While the situation is hot, sometimes you do say stuff that you don't really intend to say. And this is one of those situations, guys. So just take it from me, especially when it comes to difficult situations, because I know that it's a very difficult situation right now with what's going on. With the pandemic, uh, with the other stuff that's going on, especially in the US. If there are any viewers in the US who may come across this, I know that there's a lot of stuff going on right there now. Uh, there's a lot of calling to be an ally to some of the issues that some of our friends are facing. And of course, here in this part of the world, um, you know, where our freedoms are being challenged, there's a lot of things going on right now. So it's becoming more difficult. The more that we have to go through the situation. But believe me when I say that let's try to not have our emotions, overcome, the words that we say, because it can be painful. Yeah. Well said, Sayori. Well said indeed. Uh, Alright, group hug everyone. Well, even though we're not, it's not really safe to do so nowadays. I guess, yeah, just as Sayori just said, it would be a good time. Aw. That beat. Yeah, it does take time. Here's a try to like. Yeah, there are those. That's also one way to enjoy it. So that I I just imagine Natsuki just went off after I say we're all gonna be expecting you tomorrow, and then she just okay, thanks, bye. Ah, yes. All right. So I'm not sure if that was already the Hollow chapter now that I think of it, but yeah, We finally went through the first chapter that's different. And on that note, let's save it here. And I don't know. I think this is a good place to wrap it up. Uh, yeah, let's wrap it up here. So on that note, yeah, we finally reached uh, the chapters that's already more, that deviates from the original literature club game. So I guess there's a lot of things to look forward to now. Next time, we'll probably keep the same schedule. We'll probably do this again next week. Hopefully, with less issues. Interesting though that we got more people on Twitch this time, so that's cool. That's really cool. So we definitely gained a lot of new people on Twitch as well. So that's definitely a good sign. So yeah, for anyone who's still around, we'll probably do this again next week, around the same time, I guess. So just a heads up for that. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, for all of the viewers. We even had a returning viewer. So once again, Panos, we even had a returning viewer, Panos Gamer X Gamer, over at the YouTube side of things. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. And for the new ones that also jumped in on Twitch, I appreciate all the new follows, and we'll definitely keep you posted. So with that, just we'll stick around, and we'll end it here. So thank you so much, guys, for stopping by, and we'll see you again next time here on Doki Doki Blue Skies. Bye for now.